and then at an entrepreneur gathering about the potential of AI in terms of autonomy
Mhm.
and empowerment. And I came, although the book launch, where there was this academic rigor and discourse, and the professor presenting has got quite a long history in machine learning.
Mhm.
And then in the entrepreneurial space, where we had an AI strategic thinker, I was more scared on the first one, where how it's going to impact our world, and
Mm.
it started off with don't be scared, but by the end of it I was scared. And then in the
Mm.
entrepreneurial space, I've and particularly a neurodivergent conversation that I was bringing to the table, I find it enormously empowering and equipping um, as a
Yeah,
tool.
it's really exciting that as something that can provide support in a slightly different way than pretty much anything else that's out there. That level of, you know, relatively personal engagement that you can have. And, I know there's a big debate about um, anthropomorphizing AI and us maybe becoming too reliant on AI tools. Um, but I think I'm a great pragmatist. If it works for you, and I know that I'm seeing this working for a lot of people, where they find these tools super helpful to them. My personal experience with working with AIs, um, I I feel that it's a place where you can ask questions that in the the rest of the world, particularly I think, as a neurodivergent person myself, sometimes because I feel this kind of disconnect or misfit kind of feeling in the world, there are questions that I feel like, is it okay to ask that? And I over question myself, and I've learned to, overanalyze what I say, what I ask, what I write, because the feedback I've sometimes got from the world has been, that seems odd, or you're different somehow. And with an AI, you don't feel that same pressure or concern, so you can ask your question without wondering what the social consequences will be for you. And that's my own personal experience with it. But it just, it's one example of a way in which these tools can, you know create value that may not even have been thought of by the people who created them. And I think there's something so exciting about unearthing that, and discovering how people are using these tools in a really positive way. Yes, of course, there's potential for negative impacts, and we need to kind of hold that tension and understand that, and be ready to, put in place regulation where it's needed, and to act in ways that are ethically sound. But we shouldn't let the fear prevent us from seeing the enormous potential.